Sorry, it got cut off because of a certain timer. So as I was saying, there's lots of dishonest women. I'm going to tell a few more stories just to back up my own personal experience. I was out one day on Regent Street in London, practicing street pickup to meet women, and I stopped this really attractive, stunning, blonde, Eastern European looking woman, and I just had a conversation with her, and she said, "What are you doing now?" And I said, I'm going to get some food from the Chinese. She said, "Oh, let's go together." And I said, "Okay." And I remember thinking, because I've been very experienced by then, this is about 2.5 years ago, I was well into doing this, I've been doing it a long time, teaching, going out, getting laid, meeting women. I'm thinking, this feels a bit too easy. I can just sense that something doesn't feel right. The woman is not part of any resistance, she just trusted me. So anyway, we sat down, started eating, I was having a good conversation. I just, you just get a feeling that something doesn't feel right. And she openly said to me, "I know what you're doing." And I said, "Well, okay, what am I doing?" She said, "I know that you do this all the time." And I said, "I do this all the time. I do go out and meet women. I've got nothing to hide." And then she said to me, "I wouldn't go out with you anyway." I said, "That's okay, why is that?" She said, "Because I only date guys who are really rich." She said, "I'm a professional." She didn't say gold digger, but she said she's a professional. She uses men for money. She told me with complete serious face, eye contact, she's dating four men, doctors, bankers, lawyers, and she is a professional, she's a professional gold digger. So in a sense, we were both the same, both dishonest. A dishonest man meeting a dishonest woman. And it's that old saying, when two thieves meet in the night, they need no introduction. And when two Zen monks meet, they don't need any introduction. We were in the same vibration, in dishonesty. So I'm just stressing a point. I'm getting this out of my chest, and I'm stressing this for a lot of men who I know are very, very frustrated. They're lonely, they're afraid, they're insecure. And that's why they're going to turn to pickup artistry, because they don't trust women, they don't trust themselves, they've had a bad experience socially, and they're terrified. And they're going to go to the nearest thing to protect themselves, and they're going to go to the quickest source that's going to get them love, because it's always about love. Let's cut all the bullshit. It's like men don't want anything different to what women want. Woman wants to be loved by a man, and a man wants to be loved by a woman. And to go deeper, a man wants to love himself, and a woman wants to love herself. They want to be in harmony with themselves and with one another, and that's love. That's love, how I understand it. So throughout my experience, I'm gonna keep saying it, because I know with this type of video I'm really running the risk of being criticised by the media and the rest of it, but I really don't care, because I'm being honest and I'm telling the truth, and I want to help both sexes, who I feel are both equal, no better than one another. In my career in 10 years, I encountered some amazing women, some really just lovely, honest women. Some of them I dated long term as girlfriends, 3 years, 2 years, year and a half. I encountered some very shady women, man. Women that had sex with me, that had boyfriends, that were cheating on their boyfriends. Even when I said, "I'm not sure if we should do this," and they said, "It's fine, I don't like him anyway, we're going to break up." I had women that came home the same night with me after speaking to me on the street for half an hour and had sex with me. So when you have these experiences as a man, it makes you lose trust. It makes you think, if a woman's willing to do this from the street after a half an hour conversation, take me to her house and have sex with me all night, and then to tell me that she's dating 3 other men, how am I going to trust my wife? You can't help it, that's how I felt. I was a teacher, I was teaching men, to be honest, to meet women. I'm conflicted with different, I just don't trust, I'm starting to lose trust, I'm starting to lose trust in myself. But I know I can trust my mum, I know I can trust my nan, I know I can trust my aunties, but having a relationship with a woman, an intimate relationship where I put my heart on the line, I can't trust it. And that's the reason why I started to cheat on all my girlfriends. But this video is going to end in a nice way, believe me. So my point is, it's not fair when men get all the blame. Men get called cheats, liars. You've seen documentaries about men going out and just, using women or using tricks. But it's also not fair on women. I'm gonna back up women now, because I'm a changed man now, and I'm a God-serving man with integrity, and I know exactly who I am, and I'm not a dishonest person, and I'm looking for a nice girlfriend. I'm not needy, I'm not desperate, because I've got choice, but I've narrowed it down to one woman. I'm extremely picky. If you're watching now and you're thinking, Johnny's nice, I'd like to go on a date with Johnny, I'm very picky. I'm not fucking fazed by beauty. I'm not scared of models. I'm not scared of attractive women. I'm not scared at all. I've been through too much. But I am scared to fall in love like everyone else. I'm afraid of being hurt, but I'm excited at the opportunity because I've got enough self-esteem. So that excites me. It's nice to admit that, because I know when I admit that, I don't just admit that for me. I admit that for about billions of men around the planet who are shaking in their boots, and billions of women that are frightened of love but really want it. We have to, that's another video for another story for another day. So my point is, I've had a lot of experience in the area of dating. A lot of experience from a guy from a council estate who was told that he's ignorant, he doesn't know nothing about women, he'll never get women. I got really good with women. I got good at sleeping with them with dishonesty and meeting dishonest women. I got loads of stories. I thought I'd never share it. It's not bragging. This is from the heart. This is telling truth. I'm ashamed of a lot of things I did. I want to bring them out as well. Bring everything out on the channel. There's no more hiding anymore. The good, the bad, and the ugly, and more good and more love, more honesty and ethics. I'd met business women from different countries, and I met them. The next day, met up. Had sex in hotels with them. I wanted a relationship, they didn't want it. They flew back over to meet their boyfriend or other men, or you know, I've seen it all and I've done it all. I've also I've slept with prostitutes when I was younger. I'm not proud of that. I'm very ashamed. I've written about it. I've told people on YouTube, so I know how it feels for men that feel that their self-esteem is so small, no one loves them, and they're just not worthy that they have to go and pay for sex. I've been there, I've done that. And I've also seen women that are prostituting themselves and had just thought, how can they do that? But I'm no better. I'm paying for it. I'm doing it. So who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? Who's anyone to judge? Who are you to judge me? If you're the media, or if you're a woman or a man, who are you to judge me? Who are we to judge anyone? But I'm speaking my mind. I'm telling the truth, and the truth is usually uncomfortable, but it always sets people free. So this video is just really stressing a point that men are just as bad as women, and women are just as bad as men. There are dishonest women who are gold diggers, who use men, who are abusive, who are manipulative. There are very, very dysfunctional, damaged men who are bullies, who are abusive, who cheat on women. Who's to say who's better or worse? Both bad. Why should men be any worse because they cheat or lie? Why should a woman be any worse? And it is hard for some women, because if a woman wants to have fun, she gets called a slut, she gets called bad. So women are under a lot of scrutiny from social pressure, friends, so it's not easy for women as well. I do appreciate that, you know. So who is to say it's harder for men or women? It's hard for both sexes. So let's end this story with love, integrity and honesty, how I changed my ways, what my conclusion was. I thought to myself, especially when I got a mentor, and I started to have a brutal, honest look at my life and to see how dishonest my life was and how dishonest I was, I realised all the yelling and the screaming in the world wouldn't change anything. Blaming women, blaming the pickup community, which I do sometimes, I get annoyed. I was part of it. I was the pickup community. I can't get away from it. I understand the frustrations of these men. I understand their pain. I am these men. I was these men. I was in the same place. I understand the frustrations of women who have been cheated on, because I was a cheat too. So I decided I have to change. The change must come from the individual. So if women don't trust men, it's because they don't trust themselves. They have to change. Same as men. So when I started to make the changes, I was worried. I thought, I'm not going to meet a woman, because I'm never going to find love. I'm never going to find a wife, because I can't trust women. Because in my pickup career, none of them could be trusted. But then that wasn't true, because the last woman I met could be trusted. I couldn't be trusted. She supported me. She was a great woman. One of the best women probably the best woman I ever met on the street. I'm not going to say her name, she knows who she is. She's the best woman I ever met. She was a woman of integrity, she was a kind woman. She offered me her love. I was too scared. I pulled out, I told her we're good friends. So she's watching the video, she knows the love and I appreciate her. So women need to stop blaming men, and men need to stop blaming women, and women need to take responsibility and get all of the lies out of themselves, all the dishonesty that they do every day, because it's obvious. So this is an individual responsibility. I don't see it as the men are bad, the women are bad, it's the individual. Listen to this story. A few weeks ago I'm walking down Buckingham Palace. A girl looks at me, very attractive, in her 20s, a student. I had a chat with her, just being friendly. I had a joke, just, a nice time. And she was interested in me, and I could see that this girl's vulnerable. I could take advantage if I want, but I won't. I go to a hotel with her, I have a nice coffee with her, just friendly. And I have a chat with her, sit down, she's nervous, she's anxious, she's having trouble looking me in the eye, she's fidgeting. I said, don't worry, don't be nervous of me, I'm the least guy to be nervous of. I told her, I've changed. I used to be a dishonest man, I'm not no more. I told her she's very beautiful. She opens up, she said to me, she doesn't trust men, and she cheats on men. And I told her, I used to be the same, I used to be a cheat, so I can't really tell you anything, but if you want my advice, you stop doing it. She told me problems when she grew up, family, lack of love, I don't need to go into it, usual story. She's going to meet a guy today. So I said, even though I think you're absolutely gorgeous, you're lovely, you're adorable, I'm not going to take advantage of that, that wouldn't be right. She's looking at me like she's seen a ghost, because she's not used to men being so honest. She needed love, this girl. I was able to give her love without trying to shag her, which I would have done a few years prior, because I know who I am, I've got integrity. I'm vulnerable some days, but I'm confident. And I don't need to sleep with women or trick them. I just need to be patient, as I keep telling myself. And my followers and my students, because I'm going to knock these guys into shape, mark my words. This is my whole, I dedicate my life to this. So when I left, she sent me a message on Facebook saying thank you, and I thought, what a great connection. So my point is, the change starts within, doesn't it? It sounds cheesy, I know it does, but that's the truth. Because my old self would have took advantage of her. So this is a woman who's willing to cheat on the guy she's seeing with me on the spot, and I say no. That's being a man. And this girl will probably go away, think, wow, men can be trusted, maybe it's me, which it is. She'll change and she'll meet a man. So just through me changing and getting honest, it will help women. That's why I'm helping these guys, ladies. Because if I get these men honest, they'll be prepared for you. And if you get yourself honest, we can trust one another. So the change starts within. If you're a woman, you want an honest man, you've got to become an honest woman. I wanted to stress that. I rest my case. And just for the record, there's no I'm not a chauvinist, and I don't have hate towards women. I don't have any more hate to women than I have for myself, meaning if I had any hate to women or men or anyone, it would be something that I would have in myself, but I don't. I love women, and I'm very optimistic that I'm going to meet an amazing woman who is very honest. Maybe she's going to be a Christian, maybe she's going to be religious, she doesn't have to be a Christian, she could be from another faith, but she's going to be a God-serving woman in the sense that she's going to have values, virtues, and she's going to be a great, great woman to come on the journey with me and to enjoy life. So I suppose for this video I'm marketing myself, because I'm tired of going out on the street. It's been 10 years I didn't meet the right woman and my feet are hurting. But my main message is love, honesty, integrity. And this is the problem what's happening lately. It's a problem in the dating industry, it's a problem in our society, that men and women don't trust one another because they both can't be trusted, and they need to change each other and then they'll trust. On a side note, because I'm very aware and I'm not ignorant, although some days I am, there's loads of couples out there who've got great relationships. There's loads of women that can be trusted. There's billions of men. We have to find each other. Till the next video, enjoy the process.